Hi, welcome back to week 13 of the Leukopak Lady. This week we're diving into a topic that often gets overlooked when we talk about cell and gene therapy manufacturing. That is the first mile. While many discussions focus on getting the therapy to the patient faster, that crucial last mile, today we'll explore why the journey starts long before the treatment ever reaches the patient. The CTT industry talks a lot about getting therapies to patients faster by shifting from a centralized manufacturing to a decentralized manufacturing model. However, the first mile is just as critical to affecting the therapy's vein-to-vein time. After all, the journey of the therapy doesn't actually start in the factory. It begins in a person with the collection of cells from the patient or the healthy donor. So the last mile refers to the final steps in getting the manufactured treatment from the facility to the patient. Once the modified cells have been produced, they need to be delivered to the hospital or clinic where the patient is being treated. The last mile focuses on maintaining product integrity and ensuring the treatment is administered to the right patient at the right time. Now picture the final treatment dose carefully transported to the hospital right when the patient is ready for it, ensuring it is still viable and effective. That's the last mile. In turn, the first mile in cell and gene therapy refers to the initial critical steps in the journey of the cellular starting materials. It begins with the collection of cells from a patient or a healthy donor and continues through the transportation and shipping of those materials to the manufacturing facility. This step is vital because it involves finding and qualifying the right donor, in the case of allogeneic therapies, or for autologous therapies, catching the patient at the most optimal time in their treatment to begin collection. It also involves utilizing skilled collection practices to produce the best possible quality of starting materials and processing and shipping the materials in precise conditions to preserve their key biological characteristics. Imagine a leukemia patient undergoing chemotherapy. They need their cells collected at just the right time to ensure the best possible quality for manufacturing a CAR T therapy. This is a very time-sensitive process that directly impacts the therapy success. For allogeneic therapy, a healthy donor must be located, qualified, and their cells collected, sometimes across long distances, to ensure a match. This can add complexity and risk if the logistics aren't perfect. Both the last and first miles in cell and gene therapy have unique challenges that directly affect patient outcomes. Some key challenges faced in the last mile are carefully handling the final dose to preserve the efficacy of the therapy, precise timing and coordination with patient treatment needs, and meeting the stringent regulatory and compliance needs, including proper documentation. Key challenges in the first mile include patient or donor-specific variability, the time sensitivity of shipping the collected materials to ensure viability and quality, complex logistics of handling, processing, packaging, and shipping, and adherence to rigorous standards to maintain consistency and safety. The first mile is about ensuring that the starting materials are collected, handled, preserved, and transported properly, because everything that happens later depends on those initial conditions. This makes the first mile an essential aspect affecting the entire supply chain journey of a therapy. Next time on the Leukopak Lady, I'll explore how the first mile directly impacts the ideal manufacturing model to use. Is centralized manufacturing the best choice? Or does decentralization help alleviate the complexities of the first mile? Stay tuned to find out.